Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? This is SCL0320 representing JVS, so I'm back here again for another daily vlog. I didn't vlog yesterday. So I'll get this out of the way. This is a small disclaimer. I apologize for everybody that was expecting me to upload my videos for, the past videos that I've reacted to, such as like Sherlock, specifically The Walking Dead, Arrow last night. I didn't even watch it. I've been very sick. I've been actually really sick. Life has been hitting me kind of hard. My throat's been messed up, and I've just been dealing with a lot of different things. Actually, yesterday I had a medical procedure I had to take care of early in the morning. But hey, everybody. Hey, thanks for joining in. But yesterday I was just really sad. One of my close family members, my great aunt specifically, passed away yesterday, and for me, she was what my grandparents were for me. My grandparents, they had a lot of influence on me. They, showed me right from wrong. They showed me how to take care of myself, showed me how to cook, showed me how to be a gentleman, showed me how to be a man. And she laid on the embodiment of that. Like, she took on those roles, because my grandparents have been passed since I was like 12 or 13. So for her reinforcement was like my spiritual side, like me having a love for God, me maintaining who I am and my identity, and my integrity, and doing what was right. And she laid down that foundation for me, because she is still my family's spiritual background. Like, she always has faith. And she passed yesterday. My mom told me, and like, I was really devastated internally. The way that I normally deal with, like, loss like that is I kind of try to push it off and keep moving, and pray and do whatever I need to do. But it's funny, because the more you allow yourself to love and feel, like, I'm in love with my fiance, I love what's going on with you guys, and I love, like, my life right now, the more you open yourself up, your heart to get hurt. And so my heart was hurt. I was down, I was feeling depression, and I was just out of it, you know what I'm saying? And I actually had to call my sister and tell her. She didn't know. I talked to my uncle and I let him know, and it was very hard. But it's funny, because I talked with Joe, and Joe really, kind of stood by me yesterday. Thankfully, he didn't have to work, and so he kind of just consulted with me and talked with me, and really uplifted me in a lot of different ways. My fiance, she continuously asked me how am I doing, if she needed to be there, and I had to say, like, Joe and Alicia, shout out to you guys, because y'all are like team Leggett all the way, because I needed you guys. And I think that in loss, specifically if you don't have to build up this kind of self-defense mechanism, you need people in your corner that have your back. And I didn't have it in me to do any kind of reactions or any kind of editing whatsoever yesterday. I just let it all go. And it's crazy, because in spite of me not getting anything done, I felt so much more at peace, just kind of like talking with Joe, talking with my fiance, letting stuff progress. And I think that's how you allow yourself to be able to grieve more efficiently, because if you don't, like, it'll allow you, you'll feel unsettled. You'll feel like, oh, I'm sorry for your loss, Negan. I'll be praying for your family too. And matter of fact, please, you guys, definitely keep my family lifted up. This is on my mother's side. Keep my family lifted up. I'd recommend any kind of prayers. I appreciate them, and I definitely, any of y'all that are dealing with any loss right now, you know what I'm saying, like, I pray blessings into you. But the way that I've been able to get over it better is acknowledging what's going on. It's hard though, because you think back to all the great things a person did, for you and for other people. You think about, like, for me, like, I went to her house many a times and prayed for her, and talked with her and communicated with her, so those memories are hard. So it's a counterbalance. It's important to remember the good things, and it's okay to cry with those good things, but it's not okay to think all the negative, what you could have done, or you could have been there or said this or said that, because I think that there's a real enemy at work, there's a real devil, and he wants to bring you down. The acknowledgement, when I thought about Carrie Fisher and then Debbie Reynolds, Debbie died from heart loss. Like, she was so devastated that she ended it. And I don't think that her daughter would have wanted that for her mom. I mean, regardless if her mom was in the sick state or not, that brought her down to a state, and that's not, anything negative, but it's a reality. And you don't want to allow yourself to be that consumed with the loss that it affects you in a way of just you losing touch of everything. You just giving up on life. And I think that can really happen, because when depression starts hitting, you're like, man, I should have done this, I should have done better. Like, life is so, precious. What is life? Tomorrow's not promised. And these thoughts will start going in your head. But I think it's important to think about life. Think about what's in your corner. I sit there and it's like, man, I got a great brother in Joe. You know what I'm saying? I've got a great fiance. I've got a great mother. What can I do from the acknowledgement of what my aunt did to make the world better? What would she want me to do? How she would want me to feel? Which is joy, which is, happiness, which is acknowledgement and doing what's right. And matter of fact, it refortified things in me that I've been slacking in, that I was like, I have to be better. Coming from out of yesterday. But ironically, what I ended up doing to make this, switch gears a little bit, I actually looked at Man of Steel. I looked at Man of Steel yesterday, and it's weird because a lot of times I want to feel the emotion of loss, or some kind of emotion that you're feeling, you want to see kind of acknowledgement in a movie. For me, I know that's really weird, but when I wanted to see Man of Steel for two different reasons. I thought about Clark, being catapulted out, away from his family, and this whole entire world died. But it was a risk that they took, in believing that he could make it. And I think that that's the way I feel like from my aunt, like what she would want me to do. It's like she's no longer with me, but like there are things that like she's instilled in me that allow me to keep going, and she believed that I could do something more, and that's like a scene that I wanted to keep touch with. When I saw like Jonathan Kent die, and like believing wholeheartedly that the man's destiny was so much more bigger than even his life, to give that up, I was like, man, this is amazing. And I ended up looking at all of Man of Steel. Then I ended up going to Batman vs Superman, ironically. And with Batman vs Superman, a lot of people are upset about the whole Martha thing. I was like, this is reminiscent of a person that has like the embodiment of loss and grief, and it's made it into a tool, but that tool can easily be a catalyst of evil. And at a certain point, that even this alien can be, something of good, so that I needed to change a part of myself once he recognized the two hands in hands with the mother's acknowledgments of their names. And I think that's what was so profound for me. And I know y'all like, man, he's just going off this propaganda, but that was what I did yesterday. Those are the two movies I want to look at. I was like debating looking at Mahana, because of the loss of the grandmother in that. Like, I was like, that movie brought me into tears, and that was the emotion that I wanted to feel and connect with somebody that got over that, not necessarily dwelled in it. So I feel like movies, for me, the reason why it's not just because I review them because I want to, they really help me. They really bring me out of a lot of darkness that I've lived through, because I've lived with a lot of different deaths in the family. Like, one year I had 3 aunts died in the same year. So it's not like I'm unaccustomed to it, but I feel like the more you allow yourself to feel and emote and stuff like that, that's when you're kind of, you could be a victim of those different things, unfortunately. And I think that movies can really bring out certain things in you. But that, acknowledging that, is that life is so precious, tomorrow's not promised. It's the things that you do now that you look upon, the positivity versus the negativity that can dishearten yourself to bring you down to loss, and be a victim of it versus being an overcomer of it. So that's just my thoughts on it. And I just wanted to let you guys know I apologize for not doing any reactions yesterday or any kind of editing whatsoever. I literally looked at Man of Steel, looked at Batman vs Superman, I talked to my fiance, and I talked to my brother. And that was it. And I talked to my mom multiple times, encouraged her, and I spoke life into myself. And I would recommend you do the same. Anybody that's dealing with any loss, I pray for your family. I pray that you're doing okay, and know that there's a God that loves you, and know that I love you, and know that you're not alone. And I think that's the biggest thing that I can say for anybody, is that you're not alone. I love you guys, and if you enjoy these vlogs, definitely leave a like. These vlogs be getting real. I'm not ashamed, you know what I'm saying? God's brought me so many blessings, and it's not over yet. You know what I'm saying? So just want to encourage you guys, and hopefully that blessed somebody. And leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Maybe today I will try to work on my reactions for the Vampire Diaries and The Walking Dead. So look for that maybe to come up today. And peace. Have a blessed one. Love you guys.